The offer and sale of franchises are regulated by state and federal laws. Rule 436 of the Federal Trade Commission is entitled Disclosure Requirements and Prohibitions Concerning Franchising and Business Opportunity Ventures, and this gives minimum disclosure standards. The Uniform Franchise Offering Circular, or the UFOC, provides basic information about the franchise offering and the franchisor. For example, litigation and bankruptcy history, investment requirements, and conditions that would affect renewal, termination, or sale of the franchise. The UFOC should be reviewed by a franchise attorney and an accountant. There are a lot of good reasons to buy an existing business. First of all, there's potentially a reduction of uncertainties because there's a demonstrated performance record. Also, there's value in the acquisition of ongoing operations and relationships. It takes a lot of time and effort to establish these things. But be careful, there may be some nasty surprises waiting for you, like existing contracts with suppliers you may not like or soured relationships with others in the industry. Potentially, you could get it for a bargain price if the seller is eager. But be careful, you can only know if it's a good price after doing your research or due diligence. It can also be a quick start. You could get your business going fairly quickly by buying an existing business. I'm going to give you a quick list of the pros and cons of buying an existing business. Here are the pros. Statistically, you have a high chance of success. There's less planning involved. There are already existing customers and suppliers in place. They provide you with the necessary equipment. You may be able to get it for a bargain price. You may inherit a business with experienced employees, and you'll have existing business records. Now here are the cons. There may already be existing problems. The current employees you have may be unqualified or unmotivated and need to go. The business image may be poor. Modernization may be required. The purchase price may have been based on inaccurate data, and the business may be in a poor location. When it comes to investigating and evaluating available businesses, I can't stress enough that due diligence is required. Buying a franchise may be one of the biggest investments you ever make, so don't hesitate to get the help of an accountant, an attorney, and other experienced business owners. A part of doing your due diligence is finding out why the owner is selling. Is it old age or illness? Is it a desire to relocate to a different section of the country? Is it a decision to accept a position with another company? Was it unprofitability of the business, or loss of an exclusive sales franchise, or maturing of the industry and lack of growth potential? Beware of sellers who may have cooked the books to make the business more attractive. Another part of doing your research is reviewing financial statements and tax returns for the past 5 years. Recognize that financial data can be misleading. You or an accountant need to evaluate if assets are overvalued, if expenses are overstated or understated, if income is underreported, or if there are unrecorded debts. You need to look at numbers that reflect the true state of the business. You'll need to do an asset-based valuation, a market comparable valuation, and a cash flow-based valuation. An asset-based valuation estimates the fair market value of the firm's assets. A market comparable valuation considers the sale prices of comparable firms. What may be difficult, however, is finding comparable firms. A cash flow-based valuation compares the expected and required rates of return on the amount of capital to be invested in the business. When thinking about competition, remember that past performance isn't always an indication of future performance. If a Walmart is about to go up next to your business, which happens to sell similar items, you could be in trouble. The market needs to be able to support the business and your competitors. You'll need to research future community development and find out if changes in zoning or traffic patterns are in the planning stages and how this might affect you. If the business has legal commitments like unsettled lawsuits or is behind on tax payments or payroll, this could really hinder your ability to get off to a good start. Also, check to see if there are any union contracts or labor agreements in place that you will need to honor. If you're purchasing a building or facilities, be sure to do an effective inspection for fire hazards and ensure there are no limitations to access. Finally, be sure to compare prices that the prospective seller has listed on financial statements with what is listed in wholesaler catalogs and what similar products are selling for in the area. If the numbers don't match up to what you're given, this could be a problem. It's important to effectively negotiate the purchase price and terms of purchase. The terms are incredibly important. Terms will clarify what assets you're purchasing. It will also include the specifics of an indemnification clause and whether there will be a payment in full or partial payments over time. When closing the sale, it's best if it's handled by a third party. The closing will include the bill of sale, tax certifications, payment to seller agreements, and guarantees. Thank you so much for watching this presentation on Chapter 4. I look forward to reading your work and discussing it with you.